Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Wreck It Recruiter. I'm your resident wrecker, Katie McConnell Olson here, and today we're talking about passive aggressive hiring 101, brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and GrowthWise Search Partners, providing human capital and hiring solutions for rapid growth companies throughout the United States. All right, so let's talk about passive aggressive hiring 101 here, okay? How do we do this right? Number one, we're going to post that ad that's all about us, not about the candidate, because again, there's plenty of time for that. So who cares about them? Right now, it's about us, right? It's about the company. Now, once they apply, we're not going to do anything with the application for weeks. We're just going to sit on it, right? We're busy. You're not made out of time. I know. So leave that application sitting in your inbox or just delegate it to somebody that's on vacation. Just let it sit, let it fester. Okay? You'll get around to it eventually. Now, once you finally get around to reviewing the applications, make sure that you kind of half-ass getting information back to people, right? We don't want to actually get them on the phone. Maybe let's just send them a couple of a couple lines in an email asking a couple questions. We'll kind of short form it. Again, you're not made out of time. We get it. Okay? When they write back, make sure you let that simmer a little bit too. Again, not really communicating and not being responsive is the name of the game here in passive hiring 101. Okay, just stick with me here. You'll be an expert by the time we're done. So next, once they get back to you and you schedule a phone call, like you're gonna have a phone screen, make sure they pass the salary test, all that stuff, right? When you get them on the phone, don't actually even bother to ask about salary. Right? I mean, those other recruiters that want to get that out of the way right out of the gate and make sure there's an alignment, like there's time for that at the very end of the interview process when we're ready to go to offer, right? So like pish posh, let's get down, to what's really important here. But also don't forget to show up late. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Passive aggressive behavior is all about being too busy and not showing up on time. So make sure that you're late for the call, or just, you're busy, blow it off altogether. Forget to get back to the candidate and let them know that you got busy and something came up, because if they're really interested, they'll be available for you. So they really should bend around your schedule. Anyway, have the phone call. If they send you a thank you letter, again, do not acknowledge it. Delete, right? Ignore. When it's good for you on your terms, again, timeline, schmimeline, set up an interview. I recommend you do that over an email also. Why bother picking up the phone? I mean, you probably already talked to them, so done, right? Just send them an email. When they get back to you, schedule the interview. Highly recommend, in order to master passive aggressive hiring, you actually reschedule the interview. Better yet, reschedule it at the last minute. Day of, something came up. Reschedule that sucker. Reschedule it a couple times. Get them to the interview. Once again, show up late. We've covered this, right? After that, again, ignore that thank you note. Don't get back to them. You can send an offer letter in a vacuum, or just, they're not a fit. Ghost them, right? Candidates ghost us. Forget it. We're just going to ghost them. We're not going to get back to them. They'll get the hint eventually that they didn't get the job, right? And that, in a nutshell, is how to master passive aggressive hiring. So some of that may have resonated with you guys as maybe things you're currently doing, or maybe you're not. It's all in good fun, right? So if you want to take a deeper dive into how we can optimize your hiring to make sure that some of these things aren't happening, or take it off your plate entirely, be sure to click on the link in the description and we'll be glad to help you out. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you next time.